What is up, everybody? It's your boy CrazyMaze98, aka Nicholas Morales, founder of the EHGCommunity, and today we're actually going to take a look at a Kickstarter game that actually caught my attention a little bit. It says it was inspired by games like Super Mario RPG, and I would say Chrono Trigger. It's called Sea of Stars. I think it's something that is really going to grab people's attention. I think it's something that is gonna be amazing. Like, it just grabbed my attention. I have not seen gameplay or anything of it yet, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and set it up. We're gonna go to the website, and I was watching Dark Side of the Ring, which you should watch also, which is if you like anything of wrestling. And we're gonna actually take a look at that, which this game was made by Sabotage Studio, which made games like I'm sorry. It's a early day today, and it's just like, out of this world today. It's a game that made something called like The Messenger, and stuff like that, especially that you can buy on the Nintendo Switch. So their goal is to get this game on the Nintendo Switch, any console to PC gaming. So let's go ahead and take a look at that.
Hey everyone, it's Thierry from Sabotage here. We're the team that brought you The Messenger. We haven't given news in a while, and that's because we have been hard at work on a turn-based RPG. Let's take a look.
Nice, it's turn-based. Whoa, okay, first of all, you see, look at this. Look at this design. I already like it. You can see, like, even with its being 8-bit, you can see this whole entire statue or giant here. That's pretty badass. I like that. Let's continue on. Two children of the solstice. This looks so beautiful. Wow, look how beautiful this looks. Even the music sounds great. Whoa, okay. That's interesting. Those shoes.
So welcome to our studio, based in cold Quebec City, Canada. Since the release of The Messenger, we have been working behind closed doors on our next big idea.
Okay.
For the past few months, the whole team at Sabotage, all 16 people, have slowly ramped up to work on Sea of Stars, which is a turn-based RPG coming for PC and console. It's really thrilling for Sabotage to finally be doing its treatment on our favorite genre.
Okay.
Sea of Stars is a prequel story, taking place before there's been a huge flood, where many islands are waiting for you to explore, with much mysteries to unravel and endearing characters to meet. The world is stuck under the grip.
Look at that artwork right here. Like, you see with the artwork with the gorilla right here. That looks so beautiful. That's amazing. Wow.
Of
the Fleshmancer. That's interesting.
An evil alchemist who manipulates bone, blood, flesh, and soul alike. The only hope for this world are children of the solstice, special beings born on either the summer or winter solstice who get the power of the sun or moon, honing their skills and then protecting the world as they combine their power to create eclipse magic. They are the...
That is interesting. So, one is born on the summer solstice, one is born on the winter solstice, and one uses the power of the sun and the moon. And then you have to use the power, mix their power, creating the power of the eclipse. That's awesome. I think that's pretty smart to put that together. That's really good.
The only force that can fend off the Fleshmancer's creations.
Alright.
In this dual protagonist story, you will play the role of two such children of the solstice. And for those of you who played our first game, you might have met them before.
Okay, so it was in the Messenger. So technically, the Messenger had somewhat part of, like, they just made like a cameo in the Messenger, which is interesting. That's cool. I like to hear that. I like to see something like that. Where games make different cameos. Like in there's a game called Indivisible where you actually play as a certain character. In there are like cameos from you know, Shovel Knight and everything else. So I'm very interested in that. That's pretty cool. Come on, let's continue.
So as a general guideline for Sea of Stars when it comes to game design, we want to create an experience that is seamless and frictionless. And of course it starts with combat. So battle is initiated by entering physical contact with the enemies and doesn't take place on a separate battlefield. So without any loading or transition, you will both be fighting and navigating in the same area.
Just like Chrono Trigger. So as soon as you walk up to an enemy, you will get put into battle on that same spot. So instead of people complaining and whining about how load time is such a long thing, they have this set up to a point where you can actually just walk up to them and it's taking place right on the spot. That's what I like about it. So not that many load times, not too much waiting. That's interesting. These guys are working really good. I'm liking their idea so far. I just want to see what else they got.
We want to create a combat system that is heavily reliant on strategy and skill. That's why we have a timed hits mechanic, which means that instead of just playing the combat through the menu, you need to actually pay attention to the animation. And if you time your inputs properly, you can increase the damage that you deal with every attack or special move, and so too when you're defending from enemies.
Alright, so what that type of mechanic is that it's like things like Paper Mario or Super Mario RPG. Like for instance, if you want to do damage, like let's say you're about to stomp on someone for Paper Mario, you hit the button at a certain time, or take a look at the animation, and then with that, you do extra damage, or you do get something extra, or any critical points, or like based on whatever the game is. Sometimes it'll give you an extra item, and then with that, if an enemy is attacking, based on the animation, you go ahead, if you time it properly, then you could be able to block it and take less damage. So that's what I like about it. It's something with Chrono Trigger and Super Mario RPG and even Paper Mario together. That's pretty cool.
This means that a boss that is proving a bit too hard, you don't necessarily need to go back and grind to have more levels or better gear. You can simply learn the patterns and then have better execution next time around.
Look how beautiful that artwork is. I would like to meet the artist. I really would love to meet this artist. I have to know what inspired him to draw like this, how he draws like this, how he does everything here. This is very inspiring. This is something that I want to do, especially like I could draw better on a sketch like in a sketchbook, like anything of like, you know, the regular sketchbooks, the hard black books or anything like that. But when it comes to anything of digital artwork, because they've done digital artwork with this, I can't draw like this. But I gotta practice a little bit more. So I gotta try to get used to this. I want to try doing things like this. Alright, but let's continue on.
The game will feature 6 playable characters, each with their own set of special moves that combine with each other to create unique synergies. So while the game will certainly challenge you with different enemy types and group compositions, you will always have the tools to emerge victorious.
Okay, so these two are not the only characters. That's good. That's good. These are not the only characters. It's 6 characters, so we have 4 more characters. So that's pretty cool that they have 4 more characters to be able to play. So what are the four characters that are going to be part of it? Are they going to have like something to do with the like the seasons? Like, is it going to be fall, summer, winter, spring? Is it gonna be something like that? Because the solstices also change things of the seasons and the weather. So I would like to see something like that. I have to see something like that. So I gotta make sure of something like that. So I'm probably gonna ask them about the 4 characters. So that's a major thing.
You'll need to be on your guard. Enemies who enter a spellcasting state pose a significant threat to your party, urging you to take action. While channeling, they will display a bar with locks, each with a specific damage type. With proper use of your characters and special abilities, you can remove these locks. For every lock that you remove, the efficiency of the ensuing spell is thus hindered. Remove all the locks, and the spell is entirely broken.
Okay, so the locks right there, if you saw those four blocks, those are set to actually, you know, keep the character locked in so they could be able to cast a spell. So if you see those symbols up there, which is like some of them stand up for like spells or attacking, if you do any of those locks, like any of those symbols, like if it says like has 2 swords and 2 moons, if you do a moon spell with one of the characters, then it'll take away one of those locks. If there are 2 of them, you have to do it twice, or based on how many times it lets you hit. So that will take out the 2 locks. If you see the 2 swords, then you attack twice. Now, if that works out, you know, you end up taking out all the locks, then the actual spell will no longer work. But if it has less locks and it's still locked in, the spell will not be as effective. That is cool. I like that. I think that's pretty interesting. I think that's something that, you know, a lot of people don't really use in RPGs. I think that's something that's actually pretty new, in my opinion. I have not seen something like that. Playing RPGs all my life, I have not seen something like that in any difference. So that's actually something cool that they made. Alright.
As a final ingredient, to make sure you have all the tools at your disposal in clutch situations, using regular attacks creates latent energy that you can then absorb in your characters to add a multiplier to the action of your choice.
Okay, so it's like Bravely Default. Like sometimes you end up doing things like adding a multiple of how many times you're gonna attack. This one adds a multiplier where it's like if you have a certain point, like for attacking, let's say you have 25 points for attacking. Sometimes collecting the actual points there on the screen, like if you see how you collected some sun points and there's like moon points or like, you know, or like I believe like they're orbs or like some type of magical orbs, then it multiplies that attack to a certain extent. It'll be like times 0.5 times 1.5 times 1 times 2, you know, stuff like that. So that's actually pretty cool.
We just call it boosting. We want to create a world that is highly interactable and deeply engaging. This means our character moveset includes things such as swimming and climbing and jumping off of ledges. If it looks like you can go somewhere, the odds are that you can, and in ways that are unshackled towards what you'd be used to in a game of the genre.
Okay, so mostly in RPGs, like you have like this wall that won't let you go anywhere. That if you're going through a certain path, like you're gonna see a lot of all the area, but you can't go there because it's like literally like this wall blocking it. This allows you to go wherever you choose to go, so you're more free in this world. I like that. I'm impressed so far, honestly.
As you may have noticed in the trailer, we went pretty hard with the lighting system, which was mandatory to properly tell the story of the Moon Girl and the Sun Boy combining their powers. Our system is 100% rendered dynamically, which means that things like day and night cycles, weather effects, eclipses, or blood moons all happen in real time. As fully fledged Solstice warriors, you will eventually get full control over the sun and moon. So whether you just want to chill in your favorite area in the ambience of your choice, or you have a specifically complex puzzle related to lighting that you need to solve, or there's a magic door that only opens at midnight, the control is yours. Oh, and
oh wow, okay, so you control night and day. That's pretty cool, and it's on real time, so you control night and day of what you want to do. That I like that. You see, that's like the thing with Skyrim or like Oblivion. Like you control how long you wait. If you're waiting to the next day or waiting to a certain time or waiting to anything, that's pretty cool. And especially for an RPG like this, that's barely done. So another thing I'm liking about these guys, you know, these guys Sabotage they're really trying to get me to like spend all my money right now. Because when this game comes out, it seems like something I'm gonna be buying right on the spot.
One last thing about day and night cycles, every single music track in the game will have both a day and night version.
Awesome, that's great. So like certain times, if it's nighttime, you have a different OST than daytime. That's pretty cool. So if it's nighttime in this area, it has a different OST at night than it does in the daytime, which is pretty cool. I'm very impressed with this. I'm very, very impressed.
Which I guess brings us to music.
Okay, who's doing this music?
Yes,
W. Brown.
award-winning composer Eric W. Brown, also known as Rainbow Dragon Eyes, is back to rock your socks off yet again. This time around mixing his retro catchiness with modernized sound using instruments from all over the world. Eric even built his own recording studio at home. He's also playing with the Wise Audio engine this time around, meaning Sea of Stars is getting fully dynamically layered music and ambient effects. So whether you'll be exploring a snowy mountain at high noon, a damp cavern in the dead of night, or even a rainy jungle, everything will transition seamlessly, bringing us the RPG soundtrack we all deserve.
Okay, so I don't know specifically who Eric W. Brown is. So I know that he is a composer, but then at one point I have to know what games he's done, because at one point it's like, oh, we got Eric W. Brown as a composer, but what games has he done? Apparently he does his own music, like dance, electronic rock, everything. So I'm trying to figure out what he has done. So I'm looking at it right now on my phone. So with Eric W. Brown, he has done things like The Messenger. There are things, he was an actor, and also he has his own music also, which is pretty interesting. And, you know, like, this is like, to hear the music that he's actually playing right now for the game, very, very good. It sounds very, very good and interesting. So let's go ahead and continue. We have a little bit left.
So this is your first look at Sea of Stars. We hope you're as excited as we are. In closing, we want to thank all the friends we made since launching The Messenger, from press to industry folks to, of course, our amazing Discord community. Which, by the way, if you want us to keep you posted, feel free to come say hi. In the meantime, we humbly thank you for your support and hope you will join us in bringing Sea of Stars to life.
Coming to PC and console in 2022. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Like, seriously, now you could take my money. Like, seriously, now you could just take every bit of my money. This is an RPG that everybody's been asking for, and, you know, especially for like Chrono Trigger and like something of, you know, I would say Super Mario RPG, and they brought in like new parts to it. They brought like amazing gameplay, graphics. It looks like the story is actually amazing with the Fleshmancer and everything. I'm very bought on this, and, you know, it looks like I'm gonna have to support them now. Looks like I'm gonna probably put stuff like for their Kickstarter and help them get to it, because this is a game I want to play. So this is something that's very interesting. I'm gonna look for their Kickstarter, which I already have here, and I'm gonna put the link in the description. By all means, go ahead, check out their stuff. You know, check out all the info they have. And also definitely join them. Like, you know, join them on their Discords. You know, make sure to go ahead and support them in any type of way, because this is a game that looks like it's going to be a major deal. Especially in 2022, which this is possibly going to be where the time where the PS5 and the Xbox Series X is going to be a thing. So I'm very impressed about this. You know, this is something I want to go ahead and literally see. Like, especially come onto the consoles and on PC, especially when you can play on PC. I'm probably going to download it for PC. Probably because I have my PC here, I'm probably going to download it for my Switch, so I can take it around with me and be like, oh, okay, Sea of Stars I'm playing right now. I'm playing like at a Starbucks, or I'm playing at like, you know, another place, or like, for instance, like if I'm going to a GameStop, or if I'm going to another state to possibly visit family, you know, then I got Sea of Stars in my Switch. So that's something that is pretty interesting. I think this is going to be a brand new game that people are gonna love. I think this is gonna be a brand new game that people are gonna get interested in. So by all means, go ahead and support Sabotage Studios and make sure Sea of Stars gets out there. You know, but definitely subscribe to the EHG community. Definitely turn your notifications when we get new streams, new videos set out. Definitely join us on our Facebook group, our Discord channel. Make sure to subscribe to our moderators and support our sponsors, and also check out our merchandise. But this is your boy CrazyMaze98, aka Nicholas Morales, founder of the EHG community. And go on Kickstarter right now and support Sabotage Studios and support Sea of Stars.